Any belly dancers who spent any time with Egyptian dance sooner or later would have heard of Reda, the man, the troupe, the style. So what does it have to do with belly dance? Hi, I'm Kashmir, and my introduction to Reda style was in 1999 with Dr. Mogadawi. And I confess it took me a few years to appreciate the style. So what is it exactly? First of all, a little history lesson. In 1952, the Egyptians had a revolution that threw out King Farouk. And after that, they wanted to recreate themselves as Egyptians because they'd had centuries of foreign rule. They'd had enough. From now on, it was going to be Egypt all the way. They decided that they would use for this their national folklore, among other things. Russia had done this previously, and also Greece and Turkey went on a similar path. The idea was to bring national folklore to the populace mind, to their hearts, and show them something to be proud of. And it was national folklore, not traditional folklore, because what they actually wanted to do is to create a folklore which would bring out the best of Egypt. At the time of the revolution, Mahmoud Reda and his older brother Ali were in their 20s. They came from the educated elite. Mahmoud Reda was an Olympic gymnast and had briefly spent some time as a professional dancer touring with an Argentine troupe. Ali was into ballroom and swing, and they both loved American musicals. They would spend a lot of time watching them and then trying out the various moves. So in the late 1950s, they decided to create a dance company that would show the best of Egypt. Mahmoud was the choreographer, Ali was the artistic director, their wives Farida and Nadia were principal dancer and costume designer, and their parents were involved as well. When they first debuted in 1959, they had 6 male and 6 female dancers, and their audience was entirely male, because the men didn't want to possibly subject their wives and daughters to a lewd performance. But it was anything but. The Reda troupe proved itself to show the best of Egypt. Classy, modern, Western. It's often said that Reda mixed Egyptian folk with ballet. Well, that's not strictly true. Okay, he used a little bit of ballet in the warm-ups apparently, but the feel is more those American musicals. He tells stories of the simple life, of villages, nice young people with mime and gesture and coordinated costumes. The ballet influence isn't so much the technique, but more the feel of a ballet character dance, which is also quite clear in the Russian style of national folkloric dance. And I'm using the word folklore, folkloric. So folk dance is the dance of the folk, that is ordinary people. Folkloric usually means folk adapted to stage. Sometimes you hear the phrase invented tradition, and less kindly, fake lore. Ironically today, many Egyptians take the invented tradition as their own authentic folk dance, so go figure. Now some of the Reda folk styles is actually quite close to what they did in the village. Some is not, like the Fellaheen tableau. It's nothing like what the actual Fellaheen danced like, even though it may show how they spent their hours, or how a city person might imagine they spent their hours. And then we have obviously invented theatre pieces like the Malaya Luf. However, also some of the Reda dance has nothing to do with folklore. It is pure dance, Egyptian dance from the point of view that it is danced by Egyptians. The Reda Dance Company was nationalised in 1961, and it peaked in the 1980s with about 150 dancers and musicians. It was huge. It continues to today, but without the driving passion of Mohamed Reda, it's just a shadow of its former self. In my next video, I want to delve into the sort of things that Reda did to bring the folk dance to the stage, how he modified the dance, and some of the characteristics that are so well known to people who study Reda style dance.